servant with a ranking of number 90 in the world, with a career best ranking of 81 earlier this year. The 19-year-old from Gainesville, Ohio, is making her first appearance here in Midland. Over the course of her career, she has collected 6 ITF singles titles. Davis peaked at number 3 in the ITF World Junior Rankings in 2010, where she won the Orange Bowl and reached the final of the Easter Bowl. Her recent accomplishments have included reaching the final of the $75,000 USDA Pro Circuit event in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and claimed the title of the $50,000 tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. Last month, she reached the quarters at the WTA event in Hobart, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, build up to the chair. Please welcome to the Midland and Morning Tennis Classic, Lauren Davis.
And now we can hear her opponent to the right of the chair, also wearing yellow and gray, from Miami, Florida, Monica Puig. This is the 19-year-old's first appearance at the Dallas Morning Tennis Classic, currently ranked 115 in the world.
Is it customary to warm up against your opponent like this? It just seems like, I don't know, like giving up too many.
You are watching semi-final action at the $100,000 Dow Corning Tennis Classic. I'm McCartan Ackerman with the USTA alongside Connor Brennan of the Midland Community Tennis Center. We have number 1 seed Lauren Davis of the United States taking on number 8 seed Monica Puig of Puerto Rico. Checked with the referee. We heard that she might be using her Catalan usage of the name, which would be Puig, but the referee and everyone else is going with Puig, so that's what we're going with in this semifinal matchup today. And Monica Puig really breezing through this tournament so far, not lost a set in any of her 3 matches. Number 1 seed Lauren Davis, on the other hand, a much tougher road into the Final Four. A nearly 3.5-hour match yesterday on Stadium Court as she took out Alla Kudryavtseva of Russia 5-7, 7-6, and then 7-5, fighting off a match point at 5-3 in the third.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable match, McCartan. And we'll see if maybe fitness comes into play here.
Well, Puig spending at least 2 hours less on court than her opponent, not only yesterday, but really hasn't spent much time on court in general. So the longer this match goes, the more it will definitely work in her favor. But Davis has proved she's a fighter this entire tournament, so she's come ready to play, and she'll be looking to do everything that she can to get into tomorrow's championship match. Davis to serve to open up the match.
And backhand return from Puig.
And that's been one of her strong points the entire tournament, really trying to dictate the rallies as early as possible. Davis doesn't quite have that luxury at 5-2. She has to work the ball around a little bit more and wait for those opportunities.
Another return winner from Puig. And like you said, this is going to be quite a clash of styles. Puig bringing the intensity, whereas Davis probably looking to grind these points out.
Well, Davis's serve not really a weapon. At 5-2, it's difficult for her to have that ability to get the free points on her serve, but she certainly needs to get a high percentage of first serves in, because we can see what happens once she doesn't.
And there's another winner coming in from Puig.
So already 3 break points for the number 8 seed.
And there it is. First serve, broken.
And as we were talking about earlier, fitness is definitely going to play a role in this match. Davis said earlier this week that she was feeling a little bit tired from some of the long matches she's already had. So she was working it like this. Puig definitely all about her tennis this week. She's been one of the first ones here on the practice court every morning at 7 a.m. hitting with one of the top juniors here for 2 hours every morning. One of the last ones to leave, always in the gym, always working hard, and that's what you want to see in these young players when you try to look at whether they can make it to that upper echelon of the women's game.
exchange there. Davis fighting off the powerful ground strokes from Puig.
And that's what she's known for, that counter-punching ability. She can definitely hang in and weather the storm, wait for those opportunities, and has the ability to step in on the backhand, but can also just drive her opponents into those unforced errors.
A slight miss hit on the return from Davis, and Puig puts it away easily.
And the thing that we're seeing from this 19-year-old is she's already competing at an extraordinarily high level. Earlier this year in Brisbane, getting to the second round of that WTA event and taking on Angelique Kerber, top 10 player from Germany, and losing 7-6 in the third set. So even if she's not able to play at that level match in and match out yet, we know that when she's on, she can be at a top 10 level.
Much better return there from Davis, keeping the ball deep, neutralizing the rally.
Lauren Davis, the number 1 seed in this event at number 91 in the world. Puig, the number 8 seed at number 115. She has the potential to go inside the top 100 in the world if she can win this week.
Great serve from Puig, leveling us at 30 all here in the second game of our match.
Davis not moving in any further on the second serve than she did on the first, and you want to think that she'd at least give herself some opportunity to keep these points shorter.
As you can see, Puig not backing off on her second serve either, not giving Davis any room.
Game point opportunity here for the number 8 seed to take a 2-love lead in this second set.
Unforced error coming in from Puig, putting us back to deuce. Davis looking to hopefully break back, even up this match and put us back on serve.
Well, Davis has been a little bit of a slow starter in this tournament. First round in her quarterfinal, she dropped the opening set, and even in her second round win over Alexa Glatch, 6-2, 6-2, there was a noticeable difference in the quality of her play from the second set compared to the first.
Unforced error from Puig, giving Davis the break chance opportunity. Now Davis has got a world-class backhand.
Absolutely, definitely the stronger side of hers on the baseline. And it's the shot that she really has the ability to step in and flatten out.
Clearly going to be her weapon here in this match. And that forehand clips the sideline. We're back on serve here, 1-all in this first set.
And what's especially impressive about Davis is that that forehand winner, she was a good 4 feet behind the baseline. Not exactly what you would think of being an offensive position, but just the amount of depth that she gets on her ground strokes, just a couple of inches from the baseline most of the time. Doesn't need to be particularly hard, just well placed.
Geometric precision. Puig's return is just missing long. And now McCartan, there's a noticeable difference between the first serves of these two ladies.
Absolutely. I mean, Davis, her serve, it's almost like she's just spinning it in to start the point. A little bit of variation in terms of the spin, but Puig is definitely going to have looks to break in just about every service game of Davis.
And there it is, that return forcing the mishit from Davis. I'm seeing 20 to 30 miles per hour difference between the first serve of Davis and Puig.
That last serve coming in at 80 miles an hour. And it's just so important that Davis get a high percentage of first serves in. If her serve can't be a weapon, at least don't make it a liability.
Ooh, and that backhand clipping the baseline. Putting Davis up 30-15 here.
Awaiting the winner of this match is Ala Tomljanovic, the 19-year-old from Croatia who took out Mallory Burdett earlier today in the day session semifinals, 7-5, 6-love.
Ooh, and Davis moving wide for that ball, goes into the splits, pops up, she looks to be okay.
And another difference between these two is that Puig will come into the net on the right opportunity, not necessarily a natural volleyer, but when she comes in, she's only looking to hit one.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of swinging volleys here at this tournament as well. Putting the point away once you get into the net. Again, that return, pushing Davis wide and forcing the error.
And she's definitely going to keep going for that even when she misses a couple. If she can continue to put the pressure on, give Davis something to think about, she's going to continue to get looks to break in these service games. Another break point opportunity for the 19-year-old. 18-year-old, rather.
And there it is, break of serve yet again. We've gone 3 breaks of serves in the first 3 service games. We'll see if anybody can hold serve here.
Tennis can connect our servicemen and women with each other, their families, and their communities. First Lady Michelle Obama and I started joining forces to encourage all Americans to step up and support servicemen and women and military families. Joining forces is proud to have partners like the USTA who support
The umpire calls time. Puig pops up from her chair, ready to play. Davis hopping around, looking to stay loose.
Semifinal action at the $100,000 Dow Corning Tennis Classic, live from Midland, Michigan. Monica Puig, the number 8 seed, serving 2-1 against top seed Lauren Davis.
Great serve there, 96 miles per hour. The air flies long. And there it is, what we've talked about before, that first serve power from Puig, giving her an ace, putting up 30 love.
First ace of the match.
first serve forcing the return error from Davis. Brings up 3 game points on serve here for Puig. Just long there. There's a double fault from Puig.
First double fault of the match as well from either player.
Not the worst time to go about it at 40 love there.
No, if there's a time to do it, that would be it. Still 2 more game points for the number 8 seed to go up 3-1 in this opening set. Wow, great backhand from the 19-year-old Davis.
Erasing 1 more game point, and here's another one.
And even if she's not necessarily comfortable with that kind of game, I think that she does need to go for the lines a little bit more than she has in her previous matches, especially given that she spent over 3 hours on court yesterday.
Unbelievable backhand down the line there from Davis, leveling us at deuce.
And that's what she's looking to do, trying to work the ball around to set up that backhand. Most of her backhand winners do come down the line instead of cross court. And the longer these rallies go, the more likely Davis is to win them. It's just a more natural style of play for her to grind it out.
Unbelievable cat and mouse point there, and that's what Davis wants to be doing. She wants to be working the point, making Puig moves, and hopefully forcing an error.
Great playing from both, though, in that point. And now a break point opportunity for the number 1 seed for us to have 4 consecutive breaks of serve to open up this match.
Now we're wondering about that double fault at 40 love. Could be costly.
She had it.
That forehand going into the net there. She set it up with a great cross-court backhand, and just did not finish with the forehand.
And if you're wondering where the future of American tennis is, the Dow Corning Tennis Classic this year, 20 Americans in the main draw competing.
Very impressive showing.
And a lot of the young Americans stepping up this year. Sloane Stephens in the top 20 now on the back of a semifinal finish at the Australian Open.
Big win over Serena Williams.
Jamie Hampton and Madison Keys, 2 people who competed here last year Also getting to the third round of the Australian Open, Melanie Udan, winning her first WTA title last year.
Big return there from Davis, setting her up for another backhand winner. She was working her way into the net, but luckily didn't have to finish with any volleys.
And you have to include Davis in that category of up-and-coming young Americans. Over the last 6 months, 2 title wins on the USTA Pro Circuit and 2 quarterfinal finishes on the WTA Tour in Quebec City and Hobart last month in Australia.
Great serve, leveling us up at deuce there. Puig stepping in with a 99-mile-per-hour ace.
The big question we have to ask about Davis, though, is the height factor. Is there a cap on how far she can go in the rankings? She's 91 in the world now and will certainly climb after this week and has the potential to go much higher, but when you are 5'2", especially when you look at the top 10 in the world, all of them tall women and powerful.
Great return again from Davis. It brings back memories of Justine Henin-Ardenne.
Justine Henin-Ardenne obviously winning, actually Justine Henin now obviously winning a few Grand Slams, but even she was 5'5". The last player to really reach the top of the game at Davis's height is Amanda Kutzer. But that was 15 years ago. More than 15 years ago.
The game has changed a lot since then. Return missed there from Davis. And we're back at deuce.
But I'd like to think that certainly the top 50 is within her reach, maybe even the top 30. Everyone always asks who's going to replace Venus and Serena when they retire, and it's always impossible to predict who is going to win a Grand Slam, but we do have a huge array of Americans that are ready to at least get into that upper echelon of the game.
We sat out backhand winner, giving her a game point.
This would be such a big hold for the number 8 seed if she can get it with this point. Davis not thrilled with that call. She thought that forehand from Puig went well long. Having some words with the ref, but the call stands.
And with that, Puig consolidating her break of serve with another hold, giving her a 3-1 lead in this first set.
And when you're dealing with tired legs, as Lauren Davis's probably are at this point in the tournament, it just makes it even that much more difficult to bend down for the serve. Really use all of that leg transfer.
Lauren rears back there with a 93-mile-an-hour miss. And that backhand falls into the net.
And when Davis has missed that first serve, she's just winning an extremely low percentage of those points. Probably serving at around 50% right now, and with the kind of serve she has, she wants to get that closer to 70, 75.
Step and a half inside the baseline here to return this serve.
And even though she missed that return, that forehand dumped into the net. Gambling on that return of serve has definitely been paying off more than it's been hindering her.
out there. Davis up now 30-15 on serve here. Looking to hold serve and stay in this first set. And that second serve, not enough. Puig stepping in again, ripping the return. McCartan, like you said, it's such a key for Davis to get a high first serve percentage.
Exactly. I mean, you look, as we were saying, she's standing a couple of inches inside the baseline, and when Puig is hitting that second serve, Davis is still about 6 inches behind the baseline, not getting the same opportunities to attack.
And that first serve does fall in, but Davis missing her next shot. Putting her down a break point here.
Another big backhand return of serve, and Puig gets the double break. 4-1 in the opening set against the number 1 seed of the U.S., Lauren Davis.
First day stepping up. That motivated me to step up the game. I wanted to reach a goal. I set a new one the next day. The best feeling is getting to a place you've been fighting for. I can't wait. Mastering the court takes persistence. So does getting into college.
Tomljanovic, 370 in the world, but it's going to go way up after this week.
What a great story there.
Tomljanovic, a very promising junior player, and in 2012 was diagnosed with mono and limited to just 6 tournaments all year, but she's opened up 2013 in a very big way.
Another big serve from Puig, putting her up 30 love here. Davis going to need to make a change and make it fast.
And the difference in the serve is apparent in just how much easier Puig can hold her serve. She's getting at least 1 or 2 points every service game that are just free points based on a good first serve, and Davis not getting those same opportunities, having to work so hard to win every point this match.
Beautiful return there from Davis, catching Puig a little off guard.
And she's going to need to do more of that, more gambling on her shots. Obviously not the plan A, but sometimes the plan A doesn't always fall through the way you want it to.
Another double fault from Puig. Davis fending off these game points. Puig still up 40-30 here.
Puig thought she had the ace there.
The umpire diving for her life to move out of the way of that one. Like you said it, McCartan, Davis needed to step up and hit these returns, and she did in that point. Ended up losing it.
But even in that last one, you could tell she was sort of hesitating, do I move forward or do I not? And ended up just kind of hitting an awkward slice instead. Bending with her back, not bending with the legs.
Clear sign of fatigue there.
Absolutely. Davis already going through 2 long 3-set matches this tournament, and as of now, it's looking like she's going to have to endure a third if she wants to get to Sunday's championship match. But all credit to Puig, even if Davis isn't entirely fresh right now, to take a set 6-1 off the #1 seed, you have to be playing well.
Speaking of which, backhand down the line for the winner. Putting her at love 30 here. Great opportunity for Puig to close this set out and serve in the next set.
Puig with about half a dozen return of serve winners at this point in the match. Most of them coming off that second serve of Davis.
And that backhand a little wide. Clear signs of frustration from Davis. 3 set points here for Puig.
After just 30 minutes of play.
Attacking from Puig, comes in and pushes the volley a little long.
This crowd getting behind the young American, they want to see more tennis.
Another second serve from Davis.
Great forehand.
Playing some smash mouth tennis here with Puig. Not the style that Davis wants to be getting into, though.
She may not have a choice, though. I mean, when you're down 5-1, 40 love in a set, obviously what you're doing isn't working. So you have to change something.
And that ball flies wide. First set to Puig, 6-1.
Now, tennis is sized just right for kids.
Now it's easier than ever to play an hour a day, every day.
States Tennis Association and make a difference in your life. Play in USTA leagues and tournaments. Get Tennis Magazine and Tennis 1530 digital magazine for a full year and score this official U.S. Open hat. And when you join, you'll also make a difference in the lives of others because your membership helps the USTA give millions to communities across America. Start making a difference today. To join, call 1-888-TRY-USTA. The USTA, making tennis make a difference.
And Davis here appears to have taken a bathroom break. Probably a smart play at this point. Go regroup and try to come back and play a little bit better here in the second set.
Earlier today on the stadium court, Ala Tomljanovic, the 19-year-old from Croatia, taking out American Mallory Burdett 7-5, 6-love, and in the double semifinal, a surprising team, Maria Fernanda Alves of Brazil and Samantha Murray of Great Britain, taking out the third seeds, Julia Cohen of the U.S. and Alla Kudryavtseva of Russia, 6-3 and 6-1. They will await the winner of the other double semifinal to be played immediately following this match. Jill Krabas and Coco Vandeweghe of the U.S. against Melinda Zink of Hungary and Mirjana Lucic-Baroni of Croatia. And Monica Puig deciding that she wants to stay warm.
I thought she was dancing to the music.
Some variation of it.
And like we said, Puig taking the first set at 6-1. Now she gets to serve to open up this second set. What do you think, McCartan advantage Puig there?
You'd have to think, I mean, she really hasn't lost her serve very much, only losing it once against Alexandra Stevenson in the opening round, and didn't lose it once against Sasha Vickery in the second round, only a couple of times against Jessica Pegula in the quarterfinals. But I think what's been most impressive about Puig this week is that even though she hasn't lost a set, she hasn't really had an easy one either. A lot of 7-5s and 6-4s, but she's really been able to raise her game in those later stages of the set when it's all on the line. We'll see if that bathroom break does anything for Lauren Davis to collect her thoughts. Second set action here. Puig halfway towards a spot in Sunday's championship final.
Great kicking second serve there from Puig. Davis attacks it. This is slightly long.
Well, that kick is such a smart idea, especially when you're going up against a player that is 5'2". Just bounces up over their head that much more.
Beautiful serve up the tee. Davis thinks it was out. The umpire confirms it, an ace. Another big serve from Puig, forcing the return error from Davis, giving her 3 game points here to open up this second set.
6 straight games about to be for the number 8 seed.
just long from Puig. One of the longer points we've seen today, McCartan.
Absolutely, but that's just indicative of the kind of points Davis is having to engage in just to get one. Puig with a lot of 1-2 combinations, about a half a dozen return of serve winners, but it's taking about 10 or 12 shots for Davis just to get a point on most of these occasions.
Great serve from Puig. Another return error from Davis. First game of the second set. Puig.
And this is a must-hold service game for the number 1 seed.
You know, we've seen Davis come back time and time again, fighting off, like you mentioned, the match point against Kudrayetseva in the quarterfinal round. And that's what champions do.
That is what champions do. She's a fighter. She's not going to go away until the very end. At the same time, though, it's a somewhat different situation. Those first round and quarterfinal losses, when she dropped the opening set, it was a 7-5 set. So she knew that she was in it and she had opportunities to win it. So she could stick with the game plan that she had and know that it would probably get her through. Not the case right now.
Shots from Davis landing very short in Puig's court. However, Puig coming with the unforced error there. Return error, somewhat of a rarity from Puig, giving Davis a 30-love lead here.
When you gamble like she is on those returns, you're going to miss a few, but so far it's been paying off.
Davis needs to count on a few more errors like that coming from Puig. Hopefully, Puig does not play at the level that she has been playing after Davis. Another return error there, giving Davis a 40-love lead.
And just to stop the streak of 6 games in a row against her will do wonders for her confidence.
Letting that ball toss drop. Double fault there from Davis. Still has a game point here at 40-30.
When nothing's going your way, though, as things are at the moment for Davis, it does start to creep into your head a little bit. You realize just how important those game point opportunities are because they've been so few and far between. Just adds that little extra bit of pressure knowing that you have to do something special.
But there it is, leveling us at 1 game all here in the second set. So Davis does snap losing streak there, getting her first game here in the second set. First hold of serve as well. Puig relentlessly attacking Davis. Now Davis likes to grind from the baseline, but not with these Puig ground strokes coming in. Too much to handle. Great return there from Davis, really stepping in and taking a crack at it, setting herself up in the point, and it seems to be what Davis is going to need to do here in this match. Attack that Puig serve. Very tough to do on the first serve, a little bit easier on the second serve. Huge serve there from Puig, setting her up in the point. Nothing Davis could do there. Puig serving here at 30-15. Oh, incredible defense from Davis, but a great volley there from Puig to set her up here at 40-15. Puig closing into the net, not something that she really likes to do, but a necessity against Davis, who has incredible defense. And there's the error from Davis at the baseline. Puig leads 2-1 here in the second set. First set to Puig 6-1, but Davis's play much, much better here to open up this second set.
The first day stepping on the court, I couldn't keep up. That motivated me to
Same story here, Puig, very high level of play. However, Davis looking to be playing much better, attacking more on the return. I think we could definitely see a great match here in the second set.
Not over by any stretch.
This is pretty characteristic of Davis, going down, like you mentioned, a slow starter. See what you can do here in the second set. And that backhand falls into the net. Left 15 on the Davis serve. Another error coming off of Davis' racket. Love 30 here. In a hole again on her service game.
I mean, Davis, a good 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline there with those returns from Puig and just not really getting herself in any sort of position to win these points. it was possible, but Puig moving in even further inside the baseline for these returns now.
You might see her stand inside the service line to return a few of these. Puig stepping in for another second serve from Davis. Oh, and that return clipping, it looked to be both the sideline and the baseline.
Couldn't have hit that any better. And even if Davis isn't exactly in her most optimal condition after those lawn matches this week, I think she's only gotten one first serve in this game, making life incredibly difficult for herself, even more than it already was going to be. 2 break points.
And Davis, almost out of desperation, just trying to come into the net to change things up a bit. Definitely not in a great position to move forward, but she tries it anyways and floats to volley wide, giving another break of serve to Puig.
I think the question we have to ask now in 2013 is, how high can Monica Puig climb up in the rankings? Could potentially be already inside the top 100 if she can win the tournament this week, and the way that she's playing, definitely way higher than her ranking of number 115 would indicate.
Great exchange there, but Davis floating a little long on the baseline there.
Great point from both of them. Somebody from the crowd yelling out during that point. The last 6 months of the WTA Tour, Puig really showing what she can do on a week in and week out basis, winning a $100,000 challenger in France, also a $50,000 challenger there back to back, and getting to the finals of another $50,000 in Turkey.
A rare backhand miss there from Davis, giving Puig a 30-love lead.
And you can see the look of desperation on Davis's face. Now she's in those long baseline rallies that she specializes in, and still coming up short.
Davis missing the return long, bringing up 4 game points here. Excuse me, 3 game points here for Puig.
Puig pumping her fist there. You can tell she senses this match is well within her reach. Could just be another 10 or 15 minutes of effort to get into the finals tomorrow.
Puig pummeling the ball there, not giving up any room on the baseline, putting yourself up 4-1 here in this second set.
Our servicemen and women with each other.
You got to be thinking Plan A hasn't worked for Davis. Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. Maybe she's going to serve and volley here.
I At this point, she's got to do something, anything. Immediately following this match will be the women's doubles semifinal between Americans Jill Krabas and Coco Vandeweghe against Melinda Zink of Hungary and Mirjana Lucic-Baroni of Croatia. Two unseeded pairings looking to join another unseeded team, Maria Fernanda Alves of Brazil and Samantha Murray of Great Britain, in the final tomorrow.
Good serve there. And Puig missing the return into the net. Davis up 15 love. Now McCartan, tennis, unlike some other sports, Davis can't call in a sub. She can't rely on anybody else. It's all her here. If she's going to win this match, she has to make the changes and come back.
But at the same time, too, Puig can't beat out the clock. She's going to have to keep doing exactly what she's been doing this entire match and close this out on her own. You can tell Davis wishes she could call in a sub right now, though.
There's another return error on the deuce side from Puig. Davis up 30-15 now. Return error. Finally, the Davis serve, putting some pressure on Puig, leaving Davis up 40-15 here.
Such a crucial game for Davis to hold just to give herself some chance to stay in this match.
Yes, she does not want to leave Puig to serve for the match.
Twice. If she were to lose here, 6-1 and then 5-1.
Game Davis, 2-4 now, and the crowd goes wild. Really trying to get behind this American. They're grasping at anything they can. They want this American to win.
They've been pretty somber this whole match. Davis, the obvious crowd favorite, being the American player. But I think more than anything, this crowd just wants to see more tennis.
Can't blame him, McCartan. Stick save and a beaut from Davis there.
Davis doing a great job of not only scrambling, but getting that slice back deep into the baseline.
Not a bad start on Puig's service game.
Puig really hasn't been challenged on her serve since that opening service game of the match, on her serve that she lost.
Another great serve, a great kick serve from Puig, but Davis stepping in, not letting that ball get out of her strike zone. Much, much better from Davis. And that's something that we haven't seen Davis. Like you mentioned, she likes to stay back even on the second serve. When we see Puig hitting that kick serve, she might want to move forward.
The more you stand back on a kick serve, the more that spin can kind of let the ball sail away from you a bit.
Unbelievable return of serve from Davis. On the full stretch, squash forehand, and the error from Puig there, giving her triple break point. And the crowd trying to rally behind this American.
They're going to get a lot louder if Davis can take advantage of one of these 3 breakpoint opportunities coming up.
Here's a second serve. Let's see how she handles it. Oh,
there we go.
The inside
Davis
out
with the forehand winner.
Beautiful shot. So a break at love there. Something that we haven't seen from Davis.
The first day stepping on the court, I couldn't keep up. That motivated me to step up my game. Want to reach a goal? I set a new one the next day. The best feeling is getting to a place you've been fighting for. Tennis taught me to never give up in anything. School, sports, life. Your opponent has to earn their good. Nothing in life is guaranteed, so education is important. Going to college is one of my biggest goals. I can't wait. Mastering the court takes persistence. So does getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
And we were expecting a blockbuster, but so far it's been all Monica Puig, 6-1 and 4-3. Davis on serve now, 3-4.
Wow. Point by Davis. Attacking with the backhand, closing in, and volleying short into the court.
Might have been the first volley we've seen all match from Davis. Both Davis and Puig, 2 of the only competitors this week to not compete in the doubles draw.
Signs of frustration from Puig. She had that return lined up in her strike zone and just misses it long.
That's really been the only sign of frustration we've seen from Puig all match.
And like you mentioned, McCartan, this crowd is willing and ready to get behind Davis if she can start stringing some points together.
And Puig has not had the experience of playing on a feature match yet this week.
Oh, and an ace from Davis. Probably her first one this match.
First one of the match.
Setting her up at 40 love here. And the crowd rallying behind the American.
9 straight points for Davis. Can she make it 10?
Puig wrong footing Davis there, going behind her. You don't see Davis get wrong-footed too often.
No, she has such a good sense of where to be on the court at all times. And if you're going to hit a winner against her, it needs to be a just about perfect shot.
Forehand down the line from Puig.
That's just too good.
Saving off another game point.
Puig doing a great job getting low on that shot, transferring her weight forward. Still a game point for Davis.
Davis leveling us at 4-4 here in the second set. The crowd going wild, ready to cheer on this American.
But the one thing that we can say about Puig is that she hasn't lost a set this week, and out of those 6 sets she's won, 5 of them have been either 6-4 or 7-5. So she knows what to do in these tight situations. And that's what we see from all the big champions of the game, raising the level of their play when it matters.
Big serve from Puig. Davis tries to flatten out the return, just misses into the top of the tape. 15 love here for Puig. Looking to hopefully get an easy service game and set her up here in the second set. Oh, and Puig missing long on the baseline. Really had that ball in her strike zone. Just missing. Evening us up here at 15 all. And Puig missing with the backhand yet again.
Catching that one a little bit late. Just not quite getting her feet set up.
One of the first signs of nerves we've seen.
Well, for both of these players, getting to the finals of a $100,000 challenger would be one of the bigger results of their career. Maybe not the biggest, but still a very important milestone in their careers.
Unbelievable point there, McCartan. Could have been 30 shots.
Easily the point of the match so far, and you were talking about the possible nerves that Puig might be experiencing right now, and I think a real indication of that is how far Puig was behind the baseline in them throughout. She had several opportunities to move forward and put the ball away, and finally decided to step in on one of those and missed it well wide. 2 break point opportunities for Davis to try to serve out this set, something which seemed just about impossible 20 minutes ago.
A big serve there from Puig. And the crowd trying to rally the American. That backhand misses wide from Puig. You know, in the backhand-to-backhand rally, advantage Davis here, at least in the latter part of the second set.
Absolutely. I mean, the backhand is probably Puig's weaker shot on the baseline, and by far Davis is strongest, so you have to give her the advantage when it comes to that shot.
size just right for kids.
Now it's easier than ever to play an hour a day, every day.
She's still continuing to fight.
Don't count Puig down and out here. She could very well still take this second set.
Well, Puig has to realize that she is going to have opportunities in this game, even though Davis has upped her serve. I mean, certainly on the second serve, Puig can step in and take advantage if she doesn't let her nerves get in the way. But Lauren Davis down 1-6, 1-4 about 20 minutes ago. An unbelievable comeback. She's now serving to level at one set apiece.
That backhand flying long there. Love 15 on the Davis serve.
Davis almost running around her forehand to hit her backhand in some of these rallies. The opposite of what we've been seeing from most players all week.
Great serve from Davis, forcing the error.
And her first serve percentage has gone up dramatically in these last few games.
Flying long from Puig. You know, McCartan, we talk about Davis's two-handed backhand. It is world-class, but she's got one awesome slice backhand as well.
She does, and it's a good change-up to have. Not a lot of the women in this tournament really utilize that slice as a change-up. But Davis, with the counter-punching ability to really just throw her opponents off, force them into errors, just through variety like that. An off-pace serve and then a deep backhand draws another error out of Monica Puig, the number 8 seed, and she has 2 set point opportunities to level this match at 1 set each. The crowd is loving it.
Tentative on that second serve from Davis. Puig stepping in, ripping the return. Still has another set point here.
Well, that was one way to save a set point for sure, but still another opportunity for the 19-year-old American. Wow. Well, this crowd wanted more tennis, and they're getting more tennis. Number 1 seed Lauren Davis of the United States rallying from 1-4 down in the second set. 5 straight games in a row to take it 6-4.
Correct. The greatest champions in tennis have made their names at the U.S. Open. Now you can connect your name with this world-class event and become a champion of a great cause by ordering a personalized favor on the Avenue of Aces at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, home of the U.S. Open. You'll be supporting the work of USTA Serves, which seeks to improve the lives of at-risk youth and people with disability through the powerful combination of tennis and education. Be a champion. Order your favor today.
Davis, I think, leaving the court again. Live action here at the $100,000 Dow Corning Tennis Classic. Semifinal action from Midland, Michigan. Earlier today, Ala Tomljanovic of Croatia defeating American Mallory Burdett 7-5, 6-love to move into the singles final, where she awaits the winner of this match. And then in double semifinal action, Maria Fernanda Alves of Brazil and Samantha Murray of Great Britain taking out the third seeds, Julia Cohen of the U.S. and Alla Kutriatseva of Russia. They will await the winner of the doubles match to follow this one. Jill Krabas and Coco Vandeweghe of the U.S. against Melinda Zink of Hungary and Mirjana Lucic-Baroni of Croatia.
Now it might be time for Puig to make a change. Lauren Davis adjusting well, upping the aggression, kind of throwing Puig off. Puig maybe looked to back off a little bit. She missed many more unforced errors there and missed a lot of return of serve as well.
Well, we were asking earlier, too, about Lauren Davis's fitness and whether that will come into play, and she's already spent either just under or just over 3 hours on court in 2 of her 3 matches this week. This match an hour and 16 minutes old and looks primed and ready to go over the 2-hour mark. So just how much will Lauren have left in the tank for this third set? We're soon about to find out.
First 2 sets going relatively quickly, only an hour and 20 minutes in. See if Lauren Davis can keep her momentum here that she had at the end of that second set. Davis's backhand falling into the net, putting Puig up 15-love on her first service game here in the third set.
And I don't know if Puig is necessarily going to change the game plan that she had from the second set. It was working for most of this match. Maybe not the last 5 games, but that just has to do with more unforced errors than the strategy itself.
I totally agree, McCartan. I don't think she needs to change anything, because clearly her strategy was working. That's too good. Again, the Puig kicks her, pushing Davis way back, opening up the court for the forehand.
And that 1-2 combination was what we were seeing the entire first set, just winner after winner flying off Puig's racket.
Again, forehand winner, putting Puig up 40-love here on her first service game.
Well, Davis winning the last 5 games in a row, but Puig looks primed and ready to stop that streak at 3 game points in a row coming her way. And even though Davis did an extraordinary job to come back, the winners and the heirs of this match have been mainly flying off Puig's racket. Great return from Davis off a difficult serve, but still not enough to win the point. Puig breaks the streak at 5 games in a row. Just huge shifts in momentum throughout this match. Puig winning 6 games in a row at one point. Davis with 5 in a row.
It's been a match of momentum swings here. And it's tough. Davis had all of the momentum at the end of that second set, but after that long changeover, the set change, Puig looking to hold it up here in this third set.
And if I were Davis, unless it was for an injury-related reason, I wouldn't have left the court, especially after winning that second set 5 games in a row. I wouldn't have done anything to try to throw off the momentum.
Pummeling ground strokes from Puig, forcing another error from Davis. Beautiful 1-2 combination from Davis this time. We've seen it a lot from Puig, but Davis opening up with the serve up the tee and the backhand cross court.
And you'd think a player who's 5'2" like Davis wouldn't necessarily have a ton of power, but she does have the ability to step in, especially on that backhand side, and hit some winners. Another return of serve winner from Puig. $15-30 in this game.
Oh, a drop shot at the end of that point from Davis.
And there were a couple of points throughout that rally where Puig had a short ball but decided not to approach the net and almost ran back to the baseline. So the offensive position she was in was immediately neutralized, and with that drop shot, Puig had no choice but to follow it into the net, but sends the approach wide.
Davis giving her opponent a break point chance out here on her serve.
Great serve right on the service line.
There's another tentative-looking second serve from Davis.
Not really extending with her arm on that shot. It was just looking a little bit tight.
Ooh,
A late call. Puig not amused.
staring the chair umpire down. And the umpire confirms it. Ball was long. And we're back to deuce.
And again, Puig hitting that ball in the middle between the service line and the baseline, and then running back to the baseline, not taking advantage of the opportunity she had worked so hard to set up for herself.
And it really puts her in a disadvantage on the next shot, and she's falling backwards still.
Great return.
And Davis slipping there at the end of that point, falling into the official. That's the third time I've seen her fall down. I think she should look into some new shoes, McCartan.
Quite possibly.
Or maybe it's just her aggressiveness to get to every single ball, no matter what. Bringing up a game point here on Davis's serve.
And if she can hold here, Puig will have something to think about for sure. Not taking advantage of two breakpoint opportunities in this game. Davis with the opening. But as you were mentioning before, Connor, Puig, after moving back to the baseline on her back foot for the very next shot, giving Davis that opening to try to hit the backhand winner.
And Davis going for just a little bit too much. Not wanting to close in and have to finish the point with her volleys. Looking to end it right on the approach. tentative second serve. Back-to-back net cords in that point, coming out Davis's way.
Fist pump there from Davis. She wants to end this game now. Level it at 1 game each in this final set.
Great counter-punching there from Davis, but in the end, comes up with the error, putting us back to deuce.
And after all the momentum shifts in this match, really not much separating them at this point. An hour and 31 minutes of play.
Forehand falls into the net there, but you know, McCartan, first serve percentage of Lauren Davis, much, much better here.
And that was mandatory for her to even still be in this match. Her first serve percentage under 50% for the first set and a half, and that was a large contributing factor to why she went down 6-1, 4-1. And a big break of serve for the number 8 seed from Puerto Rico. She leads 2 games to love in this final set.
And for Davis, she's not down and out. If you're going to go down in the set, obviously you want it to be earlier and give yourself still a chance to come back, which, have we ever seen Lauren Davis come back?
Just a few times.
Definitely.
I mean, we've certainly counted her out more than once during this tournament, so we'd be ill-advised to do it at this point. She is arguably the biggest fighter in the draw, the way that she's battled this whole tournament, but you also have to think the difference between 2-love and 1-all at this point in the match really is crucial. Especially given that there's been such dramatic shifts in momentum throughout the match.
And there's a slice backhand from Puig, more out of desperation than anything else, setting up a backhand winner from Davis, putting Puig down to love 15. Beautiful point there from Davis, taking a playbook out of Puig's, stepping in and cracking the return and setting herself up at that point.
Well, Davis hasn't made too many ventures to the net this match, but when she has, she's picked the right moments to do it. Not doing a ton with that volley, but she had set herself up so well that all she really had to do was hit it in the open court. Love 30 now.
Puig putting her down love 40 here, triple break point.
And after working so hard to get that break of serve.
Well said, McCartney. You don't want to be giving any of these break of serves away. Ooh, the short rolling ball from Davis really should have been an easy shot from Puig. Misses it long and gives Davis a break back.
Alright, fans, I know you heard of this meeting starting happening tonight after the PC double set. To get you in the center, here's a coming on with some electrifying roll six. Center inside with these light up six.
Now, tennis is sized just right for kids.
Now it's easier than ever to play an hour a day, every day.
If you are missing your iPhone, it is at the sound table. Your iPhone is at the sound table.
It makes you just react a little bit more tightly on those game points and on those openings to hit forehand winners or backhand winners. I mean, tennis is such a confidence game, and if you don't take advantage of those opportunities enough, you start to wonder whether you can actually do it. Lauren Davis now serving at 1-2 in this final set. Semifinal action from the $100,000 Dow Corning Tennis Classic here in Midland, Michigan. I'm McCartan Ackerman with the USTA alongside Connor Brennan of the Midland Community Tennis Center. Lauren Davis of the U.S. serving to Monica Puig of Puerto Rico.
Ooh. Badly missed return there from Puig.
She just hasn't quite been connecting with the same accuracy as she did in that first set, especially off the return.
There's a great return there from Puig, putting pressure on Davis again. We're at 15-all.
Both of these players will have next week off and then head to Memphis for the WTA event there. And the way this week has been going for Davis on the court, I'm sure she'll welcome that week off.
Call on the baseline there. Davis's slice backhand floating just a bit long.
Doing a great job scrambling just to stay in the point, though. And that's what she's done such a better job of. After being down 6-1, 4-1, finding ways to stay in these rallies a little bit longer, and that's what's resulted in Puig making more errors.
Net cord from Puig there, setting up Davis. Great shot. Puig shanking the ball into the crowd.
But Davis, when she's had those opportunities to come to the net, that's also been a big difference between her and Puig. Davis will actually follow it in, not running back to the baseline.
30 all. Oh, and Puig, another missed return into the net, somewhat showing signs of frustration. Puig.
And Puig at this point has to be wondering, what do I need to do to put Davis away?
Oh, great serve out wide there from Davis, giving her the advantage.
Nice change up.
Great return, setting Puig up in that point. Davis cannot handle the pummeling force of this Puerto Rican's ground strokes.
But Davis holding up well in the fitness department, and that was the question we were asking at the beginning of this match. How would Davis handle it if things ended up going to a third set? And so far, she's been responding well. Great backhand.
Unbelievable shot from Davis, setting herself up with a game point.
Throughout this entire tournament, just finding a way to hang in and raise the level of her play when she gets down.
Wow. Big serve from Lauren Davis, but Puig stepping in, ripping that backhand cross court for the winner. And like you said, McCartan, another demonstration there of Davis's willingness to move forward and not allow her opponent to stay in the point.
And that's something which we haven't necessarily seen from her during this tournament, but she has the ability to do that.
And a come on from Puig, looking to break serve here.
And the games in this match really have been, or in this final set rather, really have just been going so back and forth.
It's really anybody's match. And the crowd, pretty neutral at this point. They were behind the American, and now it could go either way.
on the dead run. No choice but to gamble at that point. Otherwise, Puig would have had the whole court on the backhand side.
She does come on top. A big fist pump there from Davis, and the crowd starting to get behind our American again. And there it is. Davis levels up this third set at 2 games apiece from a missed return from Puig.
And even though the crowd remaining a little bit more silent during this set, I think that Davis would have to be the fan favorite at this point. Just the way that she's been able to fight back, not only in this match, but all week. And if you're Puig, the question remains, how do you stay calm after blowing a 4-1 lead in the second set? After having a 2-love lead in this third set, now it's 2-all. How do you keep away those doubts?
Unbelievable. Both of these women punishing the ball back and forth here. In the end, it goes to Davis.
Great baseline rallies, but again, we really do have to give credit to Davis for upping the level of her play. Puig almost never on the defensive for the first set and a half of this match, and now she's the one running in these long baseline rallies.
Double fault at a crucial moment in the Puig service game, putting her down 15-30. Definite signs of some nerves here from Puig. More signs of frustration from Puig.
Puig just, you can tell she's disgusted with herself at this point. She thinks that she should have been off the court about 45 minutes ago. Showered, changed, and in the car back to the host family that she's staying with, but instead, 2 more break points for the #1 seed.
Huge serve from Puig, stepping up. That's got to be a confidence boost. An ace up the tee, putting her at 30-40.
A little bit of anger behind that serve.
The crowd rallying.
Unlucky.
Barely goes wide, giving Davis a lead here in this third set.
The first day stepping on the court, I couldn't keep up. That motivated me to step up my game. When I reach a goal, I set a new one the next day. The best feeling is getting to a place you've been fighting for. Tennis taught me to never give up in anything. School, sports, life. Your opponent has to earn their victory. Nothing in life is guaranteed, so education is important. Going to college is one of my biggest goals. I can't wait. Mastering the court takes persistence. So does getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
She's ready to play.
And the crowd was quiet for large portions of this match, but they're definitely into it now.
Somewhat of a buzz through the stadium here.
A nearly packed crowd here at the Dow Corning Tennis Classic, live from Midland, Michigan.
And that's the one thing that seems to have separated this match, is the return errors from Puig. Earlier in the match, she couldn't miss with her return. Now, having trouble finding the court sometimes.
And at the same time, Davis upping her first serve percentage considerably.
And that backhand sails along, giving Lauren Davis a 30-love lead here.
And this is the first real sign in the match that things might be slipping away for Puig.
Boy, Puig cracked the return. Lauren Davis staying in the point and turning it on offense.
Great play from Davis. Again, showing that willingness to move forward, something we didn't see from her in the first set, but when you lose a set 6-1 like she did, sometimes you have to change some things, even if it's not what your preferred option is. 3 game points for Davis to take a 4-2 lead.
Another return error from Puig in frustration, yelling to herself, a 40-love hold from Lauren Davis.
Such a crucial game here coming up for the number 8 seed. The difference between 4-3 and 5-2 in a set, especially the final set, really is night and day.
Again, wrong footing Lauren Davis. Puig with a backhand winner.
Well, Davis doing well just to even stay in the point there. Great scrambling, but the backhand winner up the line from Monica Puig. when you're up against an opponent like Davis who really is getting everything back, you feel like your shots have to have that extra bit of authority on them in order for them to be a winner, and that can result in some of the mistakes we've been seeing so far the last set and a half.
Good defending from Puig. Lauren Davis, relentless attacking. Yeah, McCartan, you're so right. Puig is just giving everything she has into each one of these shots, and Davis continues to just get the ball back. Unbelievable points here. And the crowd rallying behind Lauren Davis. Puig doing good to stay in the rally there. A couple squash forehands.
She guessed right when it came to that approach from Davis, at least got herself in a position and to get the ball deep, and that was not an easy overhead from where Davis was positioned, but pulled it off without a hitch, and now two more break point opportunities to give Davis a 5-2 lead.
That forehand just barely long there from Davis. Still has another break chance here at 30-40.
La otra se ve más chulita. Está cansándola. Ay, puñet.
Lauren Davis stepping around it. It looked to be just a forehand, but her 5-2 frame, she could actually hit an overhead on that shot.
Lauren Davis, the #1 seed, up 5-2 in this final set, and we really have pretty much watched two different matches unfold here. #8 seed Monica Puig winning 10 of the first 12 games to go up 6-1, 4-1, and since then, Lauren Davis won 10 of the last 12 games herself to take the second set 6-4 and now go up 5-2 in this third set.
Jugando la misma. En el US Open.
You'll be supporting the work of USTA Serves, which seeks to improve the lives of at-risk youth and people with disabilities through the powerful combination of tennis and education. Be a champion. Order your paper today.
First one coming up right now.
Simply unbelievable shot there. Puig cracks the return, and Davis calmly hits a clean winner off of it.
And when you're in the zone and just feel like you can't miss, as Davis is right now, you feel like you can go for those shots that may be a little bit more low percentage and feel like you can pull them off. This match now has hit the 2-hour mark.
Davis sliding again.
Reminiscent of Kim Clijsters, another player who used to split on hard courts all the time.
And that slice backhand is just too good, staying low. Puig not getting low enough to hit that ball back.
Puig falling apart a little bit here. She might need a room with some soft padding after this match.
¿Se esperaba que ella ganara?
Davis missing the forehand badly there, evening us up at 30 all.
Está 30-30. Claro, esta chamaca le da vuelta a la raqueta como si eso fuera.
Wow. Nearly knocking into the line judge at one point.
And Puig clearly giving everything that she has into this match. But Davis just coming up too much. As it brings us to our first match point.
After 2 hours and 3 minutes of play, number 1 seed Lauren Davis about to do the impossible once again, booking a place in Sunday's championship match.
And there it is, with the big serve up the tee. Lauren Davis wins it 1-6, 6-4, 6-2. A great showing there. We counted Lauren Davis out when she was down 1-6, 1-4, looking down and out. And yet, this girl refuses to quit. Coming back, taking that second set 6-4, and that final set 6-2. Great match here. We look forward to seeing Ala Tomoljanovic against Lauren Davis tomorrow in the finals. Again, we're live here from the Midland Community Tennis Center, hosting the Dow Corning Tennis Classic. I'm Connor Brennan, USPTR certified tennis professional. Again, doubles to follow immediately after this match. We have Coco Vandeweghe, Jill Gravis taking on Lucic Baroni and Melinda Singh.
have to bring me up. Show me that same thing. Come on now. Racket, please. Okay, I got it. Thing.
And one of our hosts commenting on the way that Lauren Davis puts the racket between her legs and flips it before she plays the point out. One of her unique traits here at the Dow Corning Tennis Classic. You see that she also bounces the ball between her legs a few times before she serves. Really a class act, Lauren Davis.
Now, tennis is sized just right for kids.
Now it's easier than ever to play an hour a day, every day. There's so many fun things that each of us can do to be healthier. And with all the changes going on in tennis, that's an even better way for kids to get active and have fun. That's a big part of what we're doing with Let's Move, America's campaign to raise a healthier generation of kids. We want to help our kids eat better and exercise more, so come on,